just taking a look around.
Oh, there you go.
Porch from
Yeah, they're great.
Ed Griffin's house. Tell you what, this is beautiful. This is his view. Look.
Yeah, I don't know why people need anything other than cottage cheese business.
You guys are so much alike.
So Ed, you want to tell us about your house here? Why you bought it?
Well, it's my cabin. It's been long in coming.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, I remember you telling me yesterday about discovering this place 40 years ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I discovered the area 40 years ago and fell in love with it. Never thought I'd be able to achieve it.
Yeah.
It was one of those dreams or fantasies that you have, you know.
Yeah.
And then about 16 years ago, I was paddling around here, just hoping to find some little piece that might come up for sale at a fire sale price.
Mm-hmm.
I found a guy who lived here. He was offering to sell it.
Yeah.
I was in ecstasy.
Yeah.
I was negotiating with him as best I could.
Yeah.
After about 6 months, I called him one day and I said, well, let's talk some more. He said, oh, Ed, I sold the place.
Wasn't that fun?
Broken hearted. So anyway, that was it for 16 years. And then I discovered that the guy that bought it from out from under me was offering to sell it again. So here I am.
You know, I really like your office. Would you care to walk us over there and show it?
Well, it's a little sunroom, is basically what it is. And it's a great place to work. You're in nature.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this. This is just amazing. And so this is where you actually produce most of your reality news stuff, isn't it?
Well, right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I produce it anywhere I am. I'd be surprised I produce a lot of them in the airport.
Yeah.
Different cities. I produce them in hotel rooms when I'm on tour. I produce them at home. And I'm up here, I produce them here.
So why do you do the reality news? In all honesty, I'm going to sit down here. Oh, God, I'm getting old. So why don't you tell us why you do reality news? Why is it relevant? I mean...
Well, that's a good question. I do it because I'm driven to do it, and then the question is, well, why am I driven to do it? Why do I feel it's important? I guess it's because I don't think there's anything else like it out there. There are a lot of news services that just grab news stories that people find interesting, and they just regurgitate them out and say, well, here's the news story, and they take it pretty much as they find it. But what I try and do is take that news story and analyze the heck out of it. And quite often, as you know, since you read my stuff, quite often I find that the real essence of a story is not evident. You have to think about it a little bit. So you say, you know, so-and-so has just been ousted from power in some country. Okay, that's the basic story. But why was he ousted from power? Is this a true revolutionary movement, and who is ousting him, and where is he getting the funding? Are there any hidden agendas behind this event that the media just plays sort of straight? Well, somebody's ousted because he's unpopular. Well, why is he unpopular? All of a sudden he's been popular for 30 years and now all of a sudden he's unpopular. Anyway, you get the idea. So I try and take the story and analyze it to find out what the real message is, if there is one. And get all the twist out of it that often is put in by the major media. And then I try and rewrite the headline, which is kind of an expanded headline. It's usually 2 or 3 sentences, so that even if people are in a big hurry and they don't have time to read the whole article, if they just read my condensation, they'll get the essence of the story and they can move on. So that's why I do it, because I think it's providing a service that is needed. Many people can do this, but you know, most of the people are busy making a living. They got other things to do. They can't just spend half of their lives analyzing news stories and doing research and figuring out, well, what's the connection here and what's the connection there. So they just, unless it's done by someone who's in that business, if you want to call it that, it's not going to happen at all. So that's why I do it. I think it's important, and apparently a lot of people do too, because our database is growing very
How many subscribers do you have now, Ed?
Well, hardcore subscribers who've actually signed up, we've got about 36,000 right now, which is not a big number. But we know that for every subscriber, there's at least 3 or 4 people that read it. Not everybody's a subscriber. A lot of people just come to our site and check in. And then people will take our whole news service and they'll send it to everyone on their list.
Yeah.
So here's one person he's a subscriber, but then he's got 200 people that he sends it out to.
I'm guilty of that.
How many people are reading it? But we think it's we think it's over 100,000.
Yeah, I've done the same thing. And see, with what I do, I stay on the road quite a bit, and I don't have time to go out there and decipher or pick in all the news articles related to a particular event or an individual or whatever. And I really like what I find in your pieces. I really do, because it seems to be an excellent synopsis. And well, we're aware, many of us are at least believers now, probably half or more of the population of this country, is aware that something isn't quite right about our news, and we're not being told 100% of the truth, maybe select portions. And I believe that they're using that ability to manipulate the news to manipulate people's attitudes. Would you agree?
Exactly. That's why they do it, and that's why something that we're doing is so important is to take that twist out of it, or we call it filter out of it.
Right.
Unfilter it.
Unfiltered news. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's very important. That's how they do manipulate attitudes. And if you can manipulate a person's information that they're getting, you can change their attitudes. And if you feed them false information and they think it's accurate, you're going to be able to lead them down the primrose path to error,
Yeah.
And that's how it's done every day.
I want to ask you, though, on a personal note here, of course, I'm Gadget Man, do the Gadget Man groove. All right, I don't know what you did in the back end before you invited me up to come meet you. So, would you mind letting me know what all you did before you even talked to me?
Well, sure. That's not very difficult to imagine. It's probably pretty much what you would do if you found some technology or some person that was interesting to you. You check them out a little bit. So I spent some time on the internet, looked at your videos. I saw your testimonials from your customers. I tried to figure out the technology that you're using. Fortunately, I was maybe a little bit above zero when I started, because I had an interest in this sort of thing previously over the years. And so I just decided to do a little research, and I liked what I found, and I was curious, so I wanted to meet you. I thought, let's get to the source here. Let's spend all of our life on the internet. Let's get to the source and talk to the man. And so that's why I was anxious to meet you.
And I got to tell you, I'm looking around me at this view, and that my goal is to get to my wraparound porch and my garden and my goats and my tomatoes, and be able to get back to God as I perceive my Creator to be. And
that's pretty much how I feel, and I'm very fortunate to have been able to finally achieve this location, which has been in the back of my mind for so many years.
And when we achieve a goal, we need to sit back and really appreciate it. And I think you're doing that. I'm so thrilled to be here, Ed. I just really am.
Thank you. Yeah, you have to appreciate it. Then there comes a time when you say, well, all right, well, thank you, Lord, that's good. Now get back to work and earn your keep,
Yeah, oh God, the money has to come in, does it? So, all right, so what's your plan for the day today?
Well, my plan for today is enjoy breakfast with you and your bride, as you call it, a beautiful lady, and I don't know, I'll have to get back to work. I may take a little walk if it doesn't rain, but I'm back at work on the computer. I'm answering emails today and making a big dent on the next edition of Unfiltered News, and I may do a little handiwork around the cabin and see what needs fixing, and who knows? That's how my day is going to go.
No matter what, I see that smile on your face, and I got to tell you, that tells a big story of its own. Oh, you got anything to tell everybody else out there in Gadget Man land before we sign off on this recording?
Well, I really didn't prepare for this, as you know.
Yeah, I know. It surprised
You
me.
don't need to prepare for that kind of thing. Yeah, the same message to everybody is enjoy life and be grateful, and then do something to earn it, to justify it, contribute, be productive.
Amen.
Leave the world a little better place than you found it, and you will know contentment.
I agree. All right, what is your website now?
Well, we have a couple of them. The commercial site where we sell things is called realityzone.com.
Okay.
realityzone.com. We got over 100 different books and audios and videos there. And the think tank website, as you call it, the think tank, where we do all the planning and the analysis for how to change things and how to make the world a better place, that's Freedom Force, freedomforceinternational.org. It's the site for an organization that I created, and you know all about it because you are a prestigious member. And so anybody that wants to just quit worrying and complaining about things and really do something about them, they should go to freedomforce.org. Or I should say freedomforceinternational.org, and spend some time there. I think they're going to like what they see, and then roll up your sleeves and get to work.
And we all know that what we do today creates the world of tomorrow. So, well, I want to say thank you, Ed. All right, really, I mean it a lot. And guys out there, the truth is, whatever comes out of your life today does create your world of tomorrow and the world of all our brothers and sisters. So, like Ed says, I am a member of Freedom Force, and I encourage you all to get out there and take a look at that. And if it matches your ideas, your ideals, I should say, of what the future could be, and you'd like to take a part in it, please, please come join us and take action, take positive action today to create a better world for all of us. And in closing, I'll just say, smile for a stranger today, because, well, everybody will be glad you did, won't they, Ed?
Yeah, they sure will.
All right. God bless y'all richly and warmly, and we'll talk to you soon.